kú dédé àsìkò yìí gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà ṣàlàáfíà lẹ́wà gẹ́gẹ́ bí mi náà ṣe wà ní ìlú Haúsá ti Ìgbò ti Yorùbá wá tó sọ pé mo tún dé báyìí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà o kàkì ọ̀rọ̀ mi sí yín òun náà ní wípé bọ́ọ̀dẹ̀ òdùn bí ìgbẹ́ni ló ń rí o ọ̀dẹ̀ tó dùn láti ti ìjọbẹ̀ tó dùn bọ́ọ̀dẹ̀ ò bá dùn kàkà síbẹ̀ tó dùn dìpòdìpò bá jọbẹ̀ tó dùn o bárò bárókùn ló dá ó ti hùn sí mẹ́ o ara ò lè radìyẹ ẹ wá nǹkan fìdílé kẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ mi ọmọ ńlá bó ní nǹkan bá ń túmọ̀ rẹ̀ fún ọ.
Igbo kwanu Igbo kwanu kwazuona anyị na-ewetara unu ozi udo na ịfụnanya Naijiria bụ ofu ebe ọbụla onye si pụta anyị niile bụ ụmụnne udo na ịfụnanya ka anyị chọrọ n'obodo a udo tụrụ atọ nwere ọnọdụ n'etiti anyị ọganiru na mmeghe esoro ya bata ya mere ụmụnne m ka anyị wepụrụ ekworo na tigbuo ozugbo n'etiti anyị ka ihe dịrị anyị niile mma ebe mere ugobeluo ịnụla nwanne m udo dịrị gị.
ó ṣeun yọ̀dà fún ẹjọ́ báyé ṣe rò lọ́wọ́ ó ti wí gẹ́lẹ́ náà lẹ́tí gbọ́ wọn ọmọ ìyá mi láti òkè ọya ìwà náà máa bọ̀ kó o bá ń tú fún ọ fa.
yan uwanmu maza da mata yan arewa mun kawo muku wannan sako na salama da kauna. Najeriya kasanmu ne, babu bambancin yare, babu bambancin addini, kuma kasanmu guda ne, muka kuma zama guda. Salama da kauna shi muke nema. Idan salama da kauna ta kasance a cikinmu, kasanmu za ta girma. Saboda haka mu rungumi juna, mu kau da bambanci, mu kau da fada, kuma mu kau da yaƙe-yaƙe a cikinmu domin mu samu salama. Allah ya albarkaci mutanen Najeriya.
ìjọba màtúndé báyìí o kí n tó tún máa dún lónìí mojúbà kábíyèsí ọlẹ́wọ̀n bá mi ọ̀rọ̀ tí gbénú wọlé aṣọlá bá mi ọ̀rọ̀ tí gbénú adélébọ̀ aṣògo ọ̀rọ̀ kẹ̀ǹkẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ kàǹkà ọ̀rọ̀ kàbìtì tá a lè rí kà tá a sì lè forí rẹ̀ tì síbì kan ọ̀rọ̀ tí ò lè tí ọ̀rọ̀ tí ò lè ṣá ọ̀rọ̀ tí ò lè gbó ọ̀rọ̀ tí ò lè kú títí láéláé mojúbà rẹ lónìí bàbá mi o tún fi ra rẹ sí mi lẹ́nu kó o tún sọra rẹ jáde olódùmarè mojúbà rẹ fẹ́ ìwọ làgbà ìwọ làgbà bá mi o ìwọ làgbà tí ìṣàyà gbàǹgbà gbani ní gbogbo ìgbà lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn àgbà tí wọn ò lè gbára wọn sílẹ̀ dèpòdépò wípé wọn ó gbani ọlẹ́wọ̀n bá mi o.
Una good morning. We thank God. We thank God. We thank God say He spare our lives. We thank God say una dey there, una dey watch us, una fit dey watch. We thank God say we dey here. Wetin we for say than say make we say thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God. Na God fit do am. If no be God, who fit do am? No be say we sabi waka, no be say we sabi talk, no be say we sabi do. Na God. We thank God. So na ile awuye for Kebale for Osogbo now una dey still watch o. Na that program, that ogbonge program wey we dey bring for this kind time every Friday 9 to 10 a.m. wey we dey call Hello Nigeria, Hello Nigerians. Yes. Our oga number one, oga patapata for this our place, Alhaji Abdul Rashid Folarami, say may we greet una, say how una dey. Say may we thank una, say na do well o, sake of say una dey always dey follow us. Because if una no dey there, if we dey here, we dey do, dem no watch us, e no go get meaning. Na so we greet una. Our oga madam number one na woman, our oga madam. Na she dey in charge of everything wey una dey watch for television. Yes, madam Jolade Igbaruola. She say we greet una o.
Babban ogamu Alhaji Abdul Rashid shi ma jagora ne a wannan gida na talabijin, shi ma yana ba da gudunmawa kuma ya ce yana gaida ku gaba ɗaya 'yan Najeriya. sannan kuma da mamar mu madam ko madam ita ma tana miƙa gaisuwa gare ku ga dukkanin ɗan Najeriya a duk inda yake tana miƙa mai gaisuwa sannan da sauran ma'aikata na gidan Osbc su ma suna muku barka da tashi lafiya. Allah ya sada mu da alkhairi. So muna cikin shirinmu na Hello Nigeria, wannan shiri ne da ya shafi dukkan wani ɗan Najeriya, ya shafi mu gabaki daya. Za mu ji ra'ayoyinku, mu ma mu abin da naku don mu saita ƙasar mu, don mu za mu saita ta, mu za mu gyara ta, kuma idan ta ɓaci mu da muka ɓata ta. Yawa muna gaida dukkanin 'yan Najeriya baki daya. Sunana Sufiyanu Sufi wanda yake wakiltan 'yan kudu 'yan arewa kenan. Insha Allah.
You say if Nigeria good, now we make up. If you do anyhow, now we make we join hand, make we do and make it good.
Exactly.
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 Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, Mbatima, no, you yourself took my talk. Made a
year. You want to go with the other to eat or Nigeria to have a day. Lonely, let me see. Good job. Enjoy Jima. To know I keep a car. Orúkọ ọ̀gá tó mójú tó gbogbo iléeṣẹ́ wa níbí Alhaji Abdulrasheed olùkáyọ̀dé Fọlárànmọ́ wọ́n ti kẹ́yìn ọmọ Nàìjíríà pé ẹ kú ojúmọ́ ń bẹ̀rù. Bákan náà ìyá tó mójú tó ètò tó ń lọ lórí tẹlifíṣàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun lórí StarTimes channel 113 lórí Free TV channel 502. Bákan náà bẹ́ẹ̀ bá sí YouTube yín àmọ̀ ríra wa àmọ̀ bá ara wa sọ̀rọ̀ ní gidigidi a wà lórí YouTube náà gbogbo orí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára pátá gbogbo bẹ̀rẹ̀ ti dúró wa wò. Orúkọ tèmi ní Abdulateef Ọláwọlé tèmi sojú ọmọ Yorùbá lápapọ̀ Yorùbá ló láṣà Yorùbá ló níṣe Yorùbá ló ní ìkíni gbogbo nǹkan Yorùbá èdè tọ́lọ́wọ́ fi dájọ́ nígbà tó bá dé kẹyìn ayé náà ni èdè Yorùbá ni ó kì í pé ẹ káàárọ̀. Ọ̀gá tó mójútó ètò tí ó lọ yìí Hello Nigeria náà ni Mohan Adéṣóyè Awódèjì wọ́n ti kẹ́yìn ọmọ Nàìjíríà pé ẹ kú ojú ọ̀dọ̀ lórúkọ gbogbo àwọn tá a jọ wá ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn kan wà tó yẹ pé ẹ lérí wọn àwọn náà fi àwa síbí èyí fi ń rí àwa wò ẹ tó ń ya ara bàbá tó gbé wa sílé ni aláwòrán ẹ tó ń tẹ̀ lókè lọ́nà ẹ tó ń jẹ́ kẹ́mọ́ gbóhùn wa ni gbogbo wa pátápátá akíyè ẹ̀yàn Nàìjíríà pé ẹ káàárọ̀ kálàáfíà kò lè jọba náà lè fi yé wà fún.
Inside wetin you talk, I get one thing wey I want to. You say na this Yoruba language na him God he tell na you and God na una sit down together decide am.
wọ́n ṣe yọ mi tó bá dìjọ́ ọjọ́ tètè wá kọ́ Yorùbá ọjọ́ wá kọ́ Yorùbá gbogbo yẹn kọ́ Yorùbá lọ́lọ́
fi ṣe Yorùbá God go take judge everybody for that day. Okay na because na you go be secretary for judgment day.
ọ̀ríkèjì ọwọ́ mi.
Latifu. Okay, today for the program e get wetin we bring na wetin concern na wey concern us na we wan talk. Wetin be the thing be say rain don begin come small small but e never come. People don begin gather dirty. If you see some gutter wey as dirty full am, the thing sef if you hold food you no go fit chop am. Dem don gather dirty say tey the thing sef e dey be like say people no dey live for the town again. If you go some areas like this, the thing wey we can't wan ask ourselves be say we dey talk say government but e get the things wey be say we ourselves we suppose to know say this thing wey we dey do no good abi e good abi na government na im go come inside your room come begin carry your dirty. No be government.
Never.
Say na never. No be government, no be dem go take broom come sweep your room. Okay, as now we don begin gather dirty inside gutter. If rain come wetin wan shele, wetin fit happen? Na im be the thing wey we wan talk about.
Like gbẹnusi lónìí. Abẹ gbẹnusi.
You say you wan gbẹnusi. You say gbẹnusi.
Kí ló ń jẹ gbẹnusi?
I no know talk am wetin be gbẹnusi. Gbẹnusi.
Mama say gbẹnusi tó bá.
Ọmọ gbẹnusi.
I don't know gbẹnusi o.
No be gbẹnusi na gbẹnusi you say.
Gbẹnusi.
Gbẹnusi ẹnu.
Gbẹnusi. Say make you chook words.
To kamar yadda muka saba kawo muku aka ce kaman yanayin yadda muke barin unguwanninmu da datti muna ganin kuma kamar laifin gwamnati ne. Gwamnati ba za ta zo, gwamnati na iya bakin kokarinta, sannan duk abin da gwamnati za ta mana za ta yi ne akan abin da ita aikinta yake kai. Yanzu misali a ce cikin ɗakinmu, har gwamnati ya ba ta zo ta ce ba za ta zo ta share mana cikin ɗakinmu ba ko unguwarmu, a'a mu ne za mu yi kokari. Akwai aikin da ya kamata cewa mu 'yan ƙasa ko kuma 'yan unguwarmu ya kamata a ce mu shi, ba gwamnati ne ya ta yi mana shi ba, ba sai mun jira gwamnati ta zo ba. Aiki babba wanda ya wuce ya fi ƙarfinmu shine za mu jira gwamnati ta wata mana. Amma aikin da ya zamto cewa mu muna iya mun fi ƙarfinsa, to gan ma mu tsaya mu abin nan mu muka gyara kanmu muka gyarawa, sannan ta kanta kuma gwamnati za ta ji daɗi. Yau a wannan shine, to da haka mu haɗa kanmu mu gyara wajenmu, tsafta tana da kyau, domin barin waje da dauɗa shine ke kawo cututtuka. Muna da ƴaƴa, muna da ƙanne, muna da sauransu, akwai da tilawa a cikinmu, to sai ga ana ta yawan rashin lafiya tana yawan yaduwa saboda yanayin yadda ake barin waje da datti da dauɗa. Duk inda ya kamata a share tun da safe, inda ya kamata a wanke domin mai tsafta tana da kyau a cikin al'umma.
So if you don't talk, he join things add himself. He say if we leave our environment dirty, he say it get disadvantage. He say because na inside dirty na there sickness dey come. He say na inside dirty na in death even fit come, because the person sick, if e too much e fit die. He say so sickness e dey come from dirty place, dirty environment. Exactly. He say make we no wait say na government go come help us sweep our place. Say this one wey we dey talk, if your environment clean, you go dey healthy, you go get peace of mind sef, your body go dey kakaraka as e suppose to dey, na him so fit take join am.
Nǹkan tí àwọn méjèèjì ń sọ ìgbìgbọ́ ọlọ́run mo ti sọ lẹ́tẹ̀ẹ́ lọ́rùn ìdájọ́ ayé náà nìgbè sọ ní. Ó náà sọ ni pé tá a bá wo gbogbo àyíká nìsín, á rí i pé pàápàá jùlọ ojú ọjọ́ òjò ti ń rọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n òjò yẹn ò tí ì pọ̀ tó bó ṣe yẹ kó pọ̀ tó. Tá a bá wo gbogbo àyíká wa, ẹ bá wo bíi ẹ bá dọ̀tí bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ bá wọ̀ ẹ bá dọ̀tí bẹ́ẹ̀, bẹ́ẹ̀ wẹ̀gbẹ́ ẹ bá dọ̀tí. Kí ló ń fa àwọn ìdọ̀tí yìí? Kì í sáwọn àjẹ̀nú ló ń gbé wá o, àwa yìí náà ni. Bí ẹ bá tún wá gbogbo míì, tẹ́ ẹ bá gbóúnjẹ dání, tẹ́ ẹ bá rí ìdọ̀tí àti jẹun á sì dìṣòro. N tí àbókí mi wá sọ ni pé níbi ìdọ̀tí yìí èèyàn lè kó àrùn, kì í ṣàrùn nìkan o, ọlọ́jọ́ lè dín bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn ìdọ̀tí tó wá tí à ń ṣe yìí, ṣé gbogbo ẹ̀ níjọba lè bá wa ṣe? Gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ níjọba lè ṣe. Ó lójú eléyìí ìjọba lè, àwa àtàwọn ìjọba, àwa náà níjọba, èèyàn náà níjọba, àwa yìí náà sì níjọba. Tẹ́ bá sọ pé ìjọba ta níjọba gan, èmi níjọba, èyí tẹ́ ń wò mí nínú iná, èyí náà níjọba. Ṣé gbogbo ẹ̀ níjọba wa lè bá wa ṣe? Àbí eléyìí tá a bá ṣe tíjọba rí pé a ṣe tó wá kún wa lọ́wọ́ ni? Eléyìí tíjọba bá ṣe tá a bá rí pé wọ́n ṣe, àwa náà kún wọn lọ́wọ́, ká fi ọ̀tún wé òsì, ká fi òsì wé ọ̀tún, òun lọ́wọ́ fi máa ń mọ́. Nǹkan tí wọ́n ń sọ ni. Lónìí àgbé àlejò kankan wá, àmọ́ gbé àlejò wá ni. Níta bá gbàlejò wá, ẹ̀yin èèyàn ó sọ pé tàlejò là ń gbọ́, àjẹkẹ́yìn ara ilé dá sí. Ẹ̀yin ara ilé wa, ẹ̀yin lẹ́wà dá sí lónìí. Ojú tẹ́yìn bá fi wò lọ́dọ̀ tí, ojú táwa náà fi wò lọ́dọ̀ wa, àwa jọ mú àjọ sopọ̀ mọ́ra wọn. Ibi tá à ń lọ lónìí nù. Ọ̀rọ̀ lórí ìdọ̀tí. Bó la fẹ́ ṣe tí àfi ní ríjà omi yalé lọ́sùn, nítorí pé táwọn èèyàn wa bá ṣe kó ń jò sú báyìí, ilẹ̀ ìwì lójúkọ́tà, ilẹ̀ ìwì lójúkọ́tà. Tí àgbàrá bá sì dé ibì kan, tó bá jẹ́ pé agbára rẹ̀ fẹ́ gbé ilẹ̀ yẹn mọ́, èmi á wọ́nà láti lọ fúnra ara rẹ̀ o. Tó bá yà sọ́dọ̀ mi, kí ni mo fẹ́ ṣe? Tó bá yà sọ́dọ̀ tí lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́, ṣé ìjọba náà ló dalẹ̀ sójú gọ́tà? Ìjọba kọ́, àwa òun ni. Ohun tí ẹ bá wa dá sí nílé lónìí yẹn, tó bá tásìkò tá a sì ojú ẹ̀rọ, ìyẹn ara ilé, ẹ̀ rí lójú wọ̀rọ̀ yìí, ẹ wà bá wa dá sí. Ojú tẹ́yìn fi wò ó, kí la lè ṣe tó di kí ìjọba ó bá wa dá sí? Kí ni ìjọba lè ṣe táwọn náà tájọ fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ la fẹ́ kí ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa tẹ́ bá wa dá sí ilé lónìí?
Wetin Ngbati man take join in talk be say, you know say we dey always bring guests. Usually we dey bring guests, but today we no bring guests because we wan make people for house make dem chook mouth for this thing wey we dey talk. Shey na spirit na dem dey carry dirty come put for this gutter, abi na human beings? Which people dey come do that kind thing? Na im be wetin Ngbati man talk. Today, no guests. We go do am together with people wey dey house, so that they too they go fit chook their own mouth for this matter. Who get the fault? Who get the blame? This dirty wey dem dey put for gutter, and now wey be say rain never come too much, na im make the thing stay there. If rain come, rain wan pass, rain no come get where e go follow. E fit be say na your house na im the rain go take follow, abi na my house the rain go take follow. If you no get a place where e go follow, rain must to find place where e go follow. E no get hand, e no get leg, but e must to waka. And e own waka be say if we no careful, e no dey take am easy with people. If you block him way, you must to find any way anyhow to walk to pass. Na im be the thing wey we go talk today. When time reach, we go open line, people go call, they too they go talk. Whether e good as people dey pour dirty for gutter o, whether e no good o, wetin we fit do, wetin we suppose to do, na im be the thing.
Now, kamar yadda muka saba kawo muku abin nan baki, muna hira da su, to a yau babu magana baki da mu da ku ne yau. Za mu tattauna akan matsalolin da muke samu, cin inda ake zubar da shara, wai shin mutane ne suke zubarwa, ko kuma inda aka ce an sa wani datti haka mutane ne ko ba mutane bane. Mu human being ne, kuma Allah ya yi mu saboda mu tsaftace waje. To yau mu za mu buɗe layin mu zuwa anjima kaɗan, yau da mu da ku ne za mu tattauna akan cewa menene shawarinku, me ya kamata mu yi mu gyara wajenmu don ganin cewa mun samu lafiya kuma mun samu nisan kwana da kuma ƙarfin jiki, saboda yawan barin datti ba ƙaramin matsala ba ne. Yawa mu gyara unguwanmu, mu gyara wajenmu, mu gyara ɗakunanmu.
Sai na human being dey bring abin aljanu.
Yawa saboda me a ce ai datti ma yana jawo aljanu ai. Saboda kuwa saboda me inda datti yake da yawa shedanu sun fi zama a wajen nan. To don haka mu daina yawan tara shara, duk inda muka ga shara mu yi kokari mu share. Za a ga yanzu wasu inda shara take nan za su zo su dafa abinci, wasu ko kuma nan inda shara take kuma inda datti yake nan za su zo suna cin abinci. To wannan ma yana causing din problem da yawa na disease haka na rashin lafiya. To da haka mu kiyaye. Don haka yau da mu da ku ne, ba mu ɗauko ba ko ɗaya, yau da mu da ku ne za mu tattauna me ya kamata mu kawo shawara wadda za mu gyara tafiyan wadda rayuwarmu za ta yi nisa.
You say, you hear what this people talk now, where I hear from what he talk. You say, where dirty they serve. You say, bad spirits in the end and they live. You say, so if you gather dirty for your house, I be your environment, you they invite evil spirits. You say, evil spirits, na the end and they live, where dirty they. They know they for better place, now where dirty full. If you gather dirty, if you want to see evil spirits, just gather dirty, you will see them. He said, so, he said, make we careful as they do. If you don't want bad things to happen. He said, apart from evil spirits, he said sickness, different sickness. Now if you come from dirty, person feel die from dirty. And he said, the thing come the surprise and say some people that wear that dirty day, now they go carry pot, say then they sell food. And some people will go there, they buy that food chop. He said some people even there where we say now where dirty day, then they go sit down, they chop. Different flies go come begin chop with them, then go they chop together. He said that kind of person waiting in they invite. He said now, sickness.
Nti aboki mi sọ àti nti mama jẹ sọ ni pé ìdọ̀tí yìí pé ibi tí ìdọ̀tí bá wà ibẹ̀ làwọn àǹjọ̀nú ní àìrí ibẹ̀ ló máa ń wà pé ẹ lè rí ibi tó mọ kẹ́mi àìrí wà ń bẹ láéláé ṣùgbọ́n ibi tó bá ti dọ̀tí ẹ ibẹ̀ làwọn ẹ̀mí àìrí wà, ibẹ̀ làwọn àǹjọ̀nú wà, ibẹ̀ làwọn ẹ̀mí òkùnkùn ibẹ̀ ló ń wà, àwọn esisi késìsì ibẹ̀ ló ń wà. Ibi tí a ti sọ pé dọ̀tí wà yìí náà àwọn kan ó tún wá gbóúnjẹ wọ́n lọ gbé síbẹ̀ wọ́n làwọn ń ta ń jẹ, ẹni tó ń ta ń jẹ ó gbé síbẹ̀, àwa náà á tún bọ́ síbẹ̀ bá mi ta ń jẹ á bọ̀ síbẹ̀ á jẹun. Ibẹ̀ ni àwọn esisi á dúró létí àwọn máa fọ gbọ́n etí abọ́ bóyá esisi là ń gbọ̀n ni bóyá dọ̀tí ni kò yéèyàn. Níbi tí dọ̀tí wà ibẹ̀ láti ta ń jẹ, ibẹ̀ làwa náà tún ti lọ rà táàbì ti gẹ́ pé irú àǹjẹ̀nú bẹ́ẹ̀ àbí irú ìdọ̀tí agbègbè bẹ́ẹ̀ ibẹ̀ làwọn àjọ̀nú máa ń wà pé kò sì yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ṣé ìjọba náà wàá sọ pé ibi tá a ṣe sí ò dáa, àbáwá là á sọ fúnra pé ibi tá a dúró sí yìí kò dáa, onídìí pé ìjọba sẹ̀yìn wàá bá wa gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ níjọba lè rí, àwa níjọba ẹ̀yìn níjọba ẹ̀yìn gbogbo apáwátá níjọba. Tí ẹ bá rí ẹni tó ń ṣe àìdáa bí wọ́n ṣe ibi tẹ kó dọ̀tí sí ọ̀dà ẹ̀kọ́ kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ síbi báyìí tí mọ́tò ìjọba bá ti dé wọ́n wà bá wà kú nǹkan tó yẹ ká máa ṣe nìyẹn nísìnyí à á sì ojú ẹ̀rọ ẹ̀yìn èèyàn wa ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé nọ́mbà yẹn ẹ̀ rí lójú mọ̀máwòrán yìí tẹ bá pè kíní tí ò bá lọ ẹ̀ pè kejì a fẹ́ mọ èròǹgbà yín lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tá a mú wá lónìí ní pàápàá jùlọ ìdọ̀tí táàfin níríjà omíyalé nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun torí lára àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ tó sọ pé òjò ti pọ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun jẹ́ kan bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀nà wo láàbí wá gbà tí omíyalé ò ní kàn mí tí ò ní kàn yín tí ò ní di wàhálà síjọba lọ́rùn ó kù sọ́wọ́ mi ó kù sọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin náà.
My English man talk for him wetin dey talk now be say dem say rain dey come and if rain come they say one of the states wey fit dey affected with heavy rain Osun dey among them wey we fit witness heavy rain and if heavy rain come we don already block im way e be like say we dey invite katakata you say so na im wetin we come dey talk be say before this thing come begin start make we know wetin we go do to prevent am dem say rain go heavy rain go come like say okay my house dey like this my door dey like this somebody come block me no be anyhow wey I go fit follow I go take follow na im be rain too if we block rain we no allow am pass na anyhow and that rain anyhow to pass e no dey good for person body na like say na we dey invite kasala and if you come now we begin come hey government come help o come help o na we suppose to first help ourselves now before kasala burst na wetin we dey talk.
Kamar yadda hatta da gida magana da muke cewa hatta da gida mu san yadda idan za mu gini mu sai yadda za mu gini saboda idan ruwa aka yi ruwa irin mai yawa haka to ruwa mai yawa shi ma idan bai samu hanya ba yakan jawo matsala hatta da gidan da za mu yi ko kuma wani shago ne za mu yi mu san ta yaya za mu yadda idan ruwa ya zo kowane irin ruwa ne ya zo zai samu hanyar da zai wuce domin rashin samun hanyar da ruwa mai yawa zai wuce shi ma na jawo babban matsala za ga gidaje suna rushewa.
ẹ kú ojúbọ o.
Hello sir, ẹ káàárọ̀ sir.
ẹ káàárọ̀ orúkọ yín láti bọ̀lẹ́ ní pè wá o.
Orúkọ mi Tolú mo ń pè láti lè ṣe branch.
lọ́nà náà bà ní eléyìí o.
Wà lónìí kílẹ̀ sọ.
lọ́nà náà bà ní o sọ́rí o.
Mr. Aláwọlé Latif, ṣé ni mo ṣe máa ń sọ̀rọ̀?
Hello.
So we dey tell our people be say try as much as possible to prevent flood because this thing wey we dey do now when rain never come when rain come rain vex no dey good na be the thing so our people una go call wetin una think say we suppose to do wetin we think say we fit do to prevent flooding before rain come wetin we for do because I remember say one time when we still dey small na we wey we dey angwa wey we dey street na we dey be like soldier abi we dey be like police wey be say we dey watch if we see you carry dirty wan go put am where you no suppose to put am you go talk say na you dey put am na you oya carry am go back but now e come be like say people don leave am to only government.
láti ìgbà tẹ́ ń ṣe nìyẹn ní ìsìn èèyàn mélòó ti wá rí mú èèyàn mélòó àti fàní ìjọba lọ wípé alẹ́ ẹ̀dá pẹ̀lú jẹ́ pé ìgbà pé yìí ẹ kú ojúmọ́ o ẹ káàárọ̀ o.
na wetin I dey talk be say I say before people dey do am but now dem no dey do am again.
kí ló dé tẹ̀sí mọ́.
na be the thing na.
kí ni tí ì
na be the thing wey we dey talk say why people no dey do am again
Yeah.
Before you go be soldier, you go be police, you go dey watch, you go dey watch, you go dey do, you go do.
Yawa mu ya kamata a ce muna tsaya muna duba ko da unguwarmu ne a area din mu muka ga wanda zai zubar da shara ko wani yaro ce kai kanka zubar fa to za ka ya kuma to gobe ba zai dawo ba ko ya zo gobe to wallahi kwana na uku in dai ga ana hanawa to ba zai yi ba shi ma idan ya ga ya san cewa ya zo an hana shi ma zai hana wani to kin ga abin zai ta tafiya za a ta samun tsafta za a samu je yayi clean yayi fresh yayi komai ya need wannan haka abin da ake so kenan
Also man say na clean and fresh. You go clean, go fresh.
ẹ̀yin yẹn wa ẹ̀rọ tí ẹ pèsè ló wà lójú wọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ẹ pè kíní ẹ pè kejì kò sí lè tẹ pè nínú méjèèjì tí ànídá yín lò kí ni èròǹgbà yín kí ni ìwòye yín kí lẹ̀yin rí sí ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ̀ yìí a retí ìpè yín ẹ jẹ́ kí n pè é tí ẹ bá rí dáadáa ẹ pè sórí 08069573792 lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí 08069573792 tàbí 08052405510 08052405510 orí méjèèjì kò sí lè tẹ pè sí tí pè yín ò wọlé a ń retí pè yín láti lé.
As we dey expect ìpè. Okay. As we dey expect ìpè.
Not ìpè o.
Na ìpè. Ìpè.
Call.
Like say you don come again. No be ìpè. Na ìpè. As we dey expect ìpè from our people, wetin we dey talk be say why be say before we dey do am now people don stop am to dey do am shey na fear dey do dem ne say if dem talk whether dem fit come meet dem for house abi na wetin. Malam wetin make people no dey do as we say dem dey do before for anguwa for your anguwa if you see person wey wan put dirty somewhere wey no suppose to put dirty you go tell am say kai wetin make dem dey do that time this now dem no dey do again wetin
to gaskiya kaman abinda muke tattauna akai ce kaman kun ga mutanen a da shekarun baya suka wuce idan aka ga wani zai zubar da shara mu da kanmu mu mutanen ga zamu yi magana ce kai ka zuba domin wajen nan ba wajen datti bane ana gyara kuma kai ma ka san idan ka zuba datti yau a zuba gobe a zuba jibi a zuba a kwana a tashi cuta za ta same mu da mu da ku baki daya to me yasa kuma yanzu ba a yin haka na an zubar da wannan abubuwan yanzu ba aka mai dalili to muna son mu san menene yake jawo wannan matsalar saboda me a da an samu tsafta an samu lafiya da abin da karfin jiki yanzu kuma abin da yasa ake samun cututtuka ake yawan rashin lafiya wallahi yana dangane da cewa zubar da shara da ake yi da kuma barin waje da dauda da cin abinci waje mara kyau da muke shi yana daga cikin wanda yake jawo mana matsaloli sun ko da likitoci sun ba mu shawarwari na magani ba likitoci kaɗai bane likitoci mu kanmu likitocin kanmu ne domin me idan muka lura da shawarorin likitoci wallahi yana dangane da zubar da shara za ga an sha magani amma me da rashin lafiya kai abu ne ga ya dawo rashin lafiya ga dan sauki sai ga ta dawo to yana dangane da wani kana zubar da shara ko kuma akwai datti a kusa da kai wanda baka gyara shi to ne yana yin kwasan din rashin lafiya sosai sai za ga ana ta mana magani abu yana dawo na
Sufi dey talk. He say doctors dey tell us say make we dey make sure say our environment dey clean. He say because na clean environment na im dey promote health. He say but where dirty plenty na there sickness dey dey. He say and no be only doctor sef dey talk am. He say we know wetin we suppose to do, we know better thing, we know wetin good. He say make we do am na im be the problem. He say nobody no know say if you dey for dirty place dirty go do you go sick something go do you. If na clean environment you dey you go know say na better area you dey your mind sef go dey.
ìwọ náà gbọ́dọ̀ bí tá a wà yìí ẹ pé ẹgbẹ́ wà níbí ṣe tí ó lè
we no go beat you down. So why people come be say dem no dey like to do wetin dem suppose to do na im be the thing wey we dey ask now make our people chook mouth maybe dem dey fear to talk but we dey expect their call say make dem call make we talk am together how we suppose to do am because this thing na the thing wey suppose to fear us o because if flood come flood.
Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́.
Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ na we no go jẹ́.
Jadi mama ki magana.
God no go jẹ́. We sef make we no go jẹ́.
Yawa yake nan ba.
N tí wọ́n sọ ni pé yóò gan pé tá a bá lọ sí ilé ìwòsàn nǹkan tí dókítà alábẹ́rẹ́ tó sọ wọn ni pé ẹ jẹ́ káyìíká yín kó mọ́ tónítóní. Wọ́n ní dókítà alábẹ́rẹ́ kò sọ pé àyíká yín ẹ jẹ́ kó dọ̀tí ẹ jẹ́ káyìíká yín kó mọ́ tónítóní tí wọ́n dókítà gan ò bá sọ fún àgọ́ ó yẹ káwọn gan sọ fúnra wa pé àyíká wa ó yẹ kó mọ́ ibi tó bá mọ́ ibẹ̀ làlàáfíà máa ń wà. Àwa ń retí ìpẹ̀yìn èèyàn wa ẹ bá wa dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí nítorí pé láti mọ́ ìrìjà omi yalé lọ́sùn làwa ń sọ ọ̀nà láti ní ìrìjà omi yalé òun ni ká mọ̀ dalẹ̀ sójú gọ́tà ká mọ̀ dapà ìdọ̀tí sójú gọ́tà ká mọ̀ kẹ́gbìn sójú gọ́tà níbi tẹ́yìn bá ti ń kẹ́gbìn sójú gọ́tà ẹ̀ rántí pé gbígbé tó gbé bá gbé ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn kan ló ń lọ lọ́hùn tó bá wá di pé òjò yẹn ò níbi lọ mọ́ àpòjù gọ́tà tìjọba gbẹ́lẹ̀ ayà síbí ayà sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀nà tí òfin ní yà káàkiri ọ̀nà tíjọba ṣe fún la fẹ́ kí òjò kó máa gbà ìyẹn la fẹ́ kẹ́yìn wa nílé kẹ́ bá wa dá sí báwo la fẹ́ pinwọ́ ìjà omíyalé ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun tí ò ní yalé wa tí ò ní yalé tìyín tí ò ní dá wàhálà síjọba lọ́rùn òun la fẹ́ kẹ́yìn wa bá wa dá sí nọ́mbà tẹ́ pèsè ọ̀nà ìlẹ́wọ̀n lójú wọ̀rọ̀ yẹn méjèèjì ẹ bá pè kínní tí wàá wọlé ẹ pè kejì mo mọ̀ pé méjèèjì á wọlé à ń retí pè yín láti lè ẹ bá wa dá sí àlè dá ètò tààrọ̀ yìí àlè dá ṣe.
Another thing come be say you see that dirty wey you pour for gutter e dey travel go far o. E dey travel go far. Some people wey be say na that water wey you think say e no dey useful abi people no dey use am na that water some people dey take wash. Na that water sef some people dey gather dey take cook and if we no dey careful we come dey allow dirty dey go inside that kind water people go come you know say people go be from there carry sickness as we dey talk. We go pour dirty for gutter e go travel far you no know whether na your family place e go end. So na im we dey talk say make we people make we dey careful make we help ourselves make we no see say na make we no dey talk say na government go do everything the things wey we suppose to do sef.
À ń lọ sókè lọ́hùn ìgbọ́n jẹ́ kí sáré gbà pé yìí náà ẹ kú ojúmọ́ ẹ káàárọ̀ o ẹ káàárọ̀ o ẹ kú ojúmọ́ ẹ ti wà lé ẹ dákun ẹ pè wá padà ìpè yín ìmọ̀ràn yín ìfojúsùn yín ìwòye yín ó jẹ́ dandan ó jẹ́ kókó lórí ètò ìtàárọ̀ yìí afẹ́kẹ́yìn ara lé ẹ bá wa dá sí ṣùgbọ́n kó tó di pé ìpè mi ò wọlé ẹja sáré dókè lọ́nà.
ẹ má ṣe dàdọ̀tí sójú pópó ìdọ̀tí sínú kọ́tà ẹ má ṣe dàdọ̀tí sójú afárá ìdọ̀tí sínú rívà ẹ má ṣe dàdọ̀tí sílé onílé ìdọ̀tí sójú títì ẹ má ṣe dàdọ̀tí sójú àgbàrá. ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣàmì lọ́dún èyí a ò ní ríjà omi ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣàmì lọ́dún èyí a ò ní ríjà omi àfọwọ́fà ló pọnú ṣẹlẹ̀ oníyàlé àwọn tó kàn ló mọ̀ lọ́lá olúwa ibi òní kan wá ìkìlọ̀ rẹ o everybody ẹ wá gbọ́ òye ìkìlọ̀ rẹ o everybody ẹ wá gbọ́ òwà ṣe ti gbọ́ ẹ má ṣe dàdọ̀tí sójú pópó ìdọ̀tí sínú kọ́tà ẹ má ṣe dàdọ̀tí sójú afárá ìdọ̀tí sínú rívà ẹ má ṣe dàdọ̀tí sílé onílé ìdọ̀tí sójú títì ẹ má ṣe dàdọ̀tí sójú àgbàrá. ọ̀gbẹ́ni káfíńtò ńlá gbogbo ìgbọràn ló sàn jẹ́ bọ́lá ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ ṣe mo wí ọrùn mi mọ́ tẹlifíṣàn ké tantan rédíò ńlá gbogbo ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ ṣe kò ní sómìyalé ṣẹ́gbọ́ ẹ má ṣe dàdọ̀tí sójú pópó ìdọ̀tí sínú kọ́tà ẹ má ṣe dàdọ̀tí sójú afárá ìdọ̀tí sínú rívà ẹ má ṣe ṣe dá dọ̀tí sílé onílé ìdọ̀tí sójú títì ẹ má ṣe dá dọ̀tí lójú agbára.
Now you don see so. You see as people dey gather dirty, dey pour inside water, dey pour inside bridge. And this thing dey travel go other places. Una no know where e go stand, where e go block, where e go end. Una people fit dey somewhere wey be say na that water dem go use take cook, take wash. Wetin we dey call for them. You know say get one wey as e dey pour dirty, somebody grab am say na you. So to say we dey do that kind thing, if you see person wey dey do bad thing, we arrest am by ourselves say na you do am. You go show. Then go stop am. But if you dey put hand for mouth say you no concern me, na government fit do am. Na government suppose to do am. Abeg make I first ask who be government? Na we.
Allah gaskiya to ka kamar yanzu in kuka yi la'akari da wannan mawakin da ya nuna mana kaga shi ma nuna mana cewa duk irin ka cin abinci a hanya ko ka dauki fiye wata ko kuma wani dai abu ko banana ko wani dai abu kana ci ko wani abu da kana ci da ka ci ka jefar mu nan jam kaga bai yi ba amma da ka abun nan mutum zai abun kaga ka ce a'a kai ne zaka abun nan wa dauke shi ka je ka jefar da shi inda ya kamata to kaga dole ne za mu samu lafiya kuma za mu samu waje duk inda ka je zaka ji daɗin ka taka wajen nan domin babu da ta wajen babu shara a wajen nan so kada mu ce ai gwamnati ita ce za ta zo ta abun nan mu da kanmu mu za mu samu gyara abun nan mu domin yanzu na ga dan uwana ya zo zai zubar da shara zai zubar da wani abu ko yana cin wani abu a gefen titi inda bai kamata ba ko a zuba cikin ruwa na mai magana gobe ya zo na masa magana to kwana na uku wallahi ba zai yi ba bai sai yi ba domin me ya san lafiyarsa muke gyarawa gwamnati ba ta wata ce mana idan za mu ci abu gwamnati tana gani ne a ta gani mu ne ya kamata mu gyara kafin abin da sai mu samu lafiya yau yana daga cikin rashin lafiya da muke wala na da gani da irin datti da muke cin abu a kusa da shi ko mu dafa abu wajen wannan shine magani
magani say na magani you know wetin be magani he say the medicine for this thing wey we dey talk na cleanliness
gwamnati nígbà kan nígbà tá a wà ní kékeré tá a wà ní abúlé tá a bá ẹ̀gbọ́n bàbá wa lọ sóko ìgbà yẹn kò sómi ẹ̀rọ kò sómi kànga omi tó ń sàn yìí òun náà lè tá a bá sì ti débẹ̀ a kàn mú ewé àti gbòǹjò rẹ̀ báyìí àgbò àmù kò sí nǹkan tó ń ṣe wá bẹ́ẹ̀ bá dán wò ní ìsìn tó bá gbé lu ẹ̀ délé ìwòsàn dókítà ò ní mọ̀
dem go reject am sef because dem no go know
wetin omi òun náà omi àtàyè ìgbà yẹn náà ló ṣì wà dé sí kí ló dé ó jẹ́ pé bá a ṣe ń ṣe nígbà yẹn tá à lè mọ̀ ṣe nìsín ó jẹ́ pé ojú àgbàrá ojú gọ́tà ojú odò làwọn rí dalẹ̀ sí nìsín ṣé bí nígbà yẹn náà bí wọ́n sì lò wọ́n ń dalẹ̀ àwọn ìyá wa ń gbálẹ̀ ó níbi tán kó sí ó níbi tán dà sí ìjọba tó ti wá ṣe dáadáa nísìn pápá jùlọ ìjọba tó wà lóde nísìn ẹ bá ti lè lulẹ̀ ẹ kó sínú àpò ẹ gbé síbi tán ti rí wọ́n wá gbé mẹ́ àwọn èèyàn wá sí àwọn gbé tó wá gbé báyìí ìwọ̀ lójú gọ́tà kékeré ẹlẹ́rìndòdò ìwọ̀ lójú
plastic
dọ́là tó fẹ́ ṣe lè dáa ṣé báwọn ìlú òkèèrè ṣe ń ṣe lò mo mọ̀ pé kì í ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ kó bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe ń ṣe ni omi yalé ọ̀dọ̀ wọn àjùkọ̀tọ̀ wa ń bì í àwọn èèyàn láìkì jẹkújẹ nǹkan mẹdẹmẹdẹ lọ́dọ̀ wọn lọ́wọ́ kí ló dé táwa ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ bí kò yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ Yorùbá ni wá àwa la làṣà àti Yorùbá àti Haúsá àti Ìgbò àti Gèdè àti Soko àti Bira gbogbo wa pátápátá
dẹ́wà
nǹkan ni wá nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà yìí kí ló dé tí gbogbo àwa ayò lóde kò kún síra wa lọ́rùn ojú lílà la fẹ́ pè ní pé ọ̀làjú ló dé ọ̀làjú bá dé ìyẹn òde àwa sọ pé ayédáyé òyìnbó ká máa fojú ègbò tẹ̀lé nítorí ọ̀làjú dé ẹ má ṣe lé ẹ ṣe báyìí ìjọba tó mú àǹfààní wa wọ́n gbójú di ọkọ̀ lẹ̀ fún wa kàkà tá a wá gbé ilẹ̀ wa ká lọ dà sínú mọ́tò inú gọ́tà ni ṣé inú gọ́tà ni
I wonder
yanzu kun ga yanzu irin rafi da kuka da kai magana cewa magudanar ruwa kenan abubuwan da suke ƙara ba mu matsala yake sa ƴaƴan mu rashin lafiya kuma yake samu ciwo shine ruwan da yake wucewa sai mu ce bari mu ɗiba mu sha ko kuma mu je mu dafa abinci da shi ko kuma mu wanke kayan mu da shi in wanke kayan ne ba matsala amma wai mu sha ko kuma mu dafa abinci wallahi matsala ne saboda me yana yiwuwa akwai ƙauye ko abule ake cewa ko ƙauye kenan abule to yana yiwa mutanen abule din nan suna yin wani kamar irin ba haya haka suna yi kusa da wannan ruwan ko kuma su jefa cikin wannan ruwan to ya gangaro ya to wajen ka ba ka sha ka dafa abinci me za a ce lafiya haka samu ba ka samu lafiya ba dole kwanta rashin lafiya to don haka yana da kyau mu gyara mu daina shan ruwan irin wannan wanda yake wuce kamar yadda magana ya ce a da wancan lokacin da kenan za ka samu dan rafi ne za ka samu a kewaye bai wuce ba balle wani ya yi wani abu wanda zai sashi a cikin wanda za ka kwashe cuta za ka ce ciyawa na ka ɗibi ruwan ka sha hankali ka kwance babu wani matsala amma ba yanzu ba wani yanzu kai wani ka samu matsala wannan shi ne.
na so you talk am well my people wetin we dey talk be say make we dey clean make we dey leave our environment clean make we dey make our environment clean make we no stay for dirty place dirty environment e dey cause different sickness because another thing be say this one wey dey talk be say rain go soon land begin come heavy rain and dirty wey we don pack food inside gutter if we no careful this thing come lead to flooding. Flood house wey you struggle build flood come carry am when you carry owo come lantern come lay wetin all you gather you build house water come carry house abi e no allow you live for the house abeg wetin come go be the joy this one wey we dey talk before say people go carry leaf dey take pack water drink nothing dey do them if person do am now na cholera na different sickness na him go gather and wetin my man talk he say even for European countries he say people dey chop this water bottle dem dey use water bottle drink dem dey chop chin all.
ẹ kú ojúmọ́ o ẹ káàárọ̀ ẹ ti wà lójú la o.
àbí na ìnákọ́ náà àbí na ndíbà yìí.
ẹ káàárọ̀ o.
ẹ kú ojúmọ́ ẹ kú ètò.
ẹ káàárọ̀ orúkọ yín láti bilẹ̀ tí ń pè wá bàbá wa.
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ayé ìsinmi láti ṣòfò.
orúkọ yín.
Ọlátáyọ̀ Waheed.
Ọmọ́táyọ̀ Waheed. Ọlátáyọ̀ Waheed. à ń gbọ́ yín sáà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọlọ́run bá lò wá pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ ìmọ́tótó. tó ní àwọn ìyá wa àwọn bàbá wa bá ń ṣe ẹ̀gbẹ́ ní ayé ìgbà kan. tó mo fa ara ọ̀pọ̀ àìsí àmójútó tó bóyá ìjọba lè bá wà pèsè sí. àkọ́kọ́ bẹ̀ rí pé láyé ìjọ àjẹ mẹ́mẹ́ àjẹ ẹ̀kọ́ àṣekàn ewé ni wọ́n máa ń lò.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ṣé tá a bá jẹ ẹ̀kọ́ tó bá ti wí káàtẹ̀ ẹ̀rọ jẹ yóò ti kú. ní èsè ọ̀rá ni ẹlẹ́rìí dòdò ìgò ni inú ìgò ni wọ́n rọ ilé lòkòtẹ́ fọ́ sọ́ọ́sì ti kan àánú yọ pààyàn lára ẹ wò láyé òdo àti máwọn olówó àwọn alágbára jáwọ́ àánú mọ́tò ó sínú polybag wọ́n kà sọ sínú títà ẹlòmíì so àwọn ike ẹlẹ́rìí ìdòdò yẹn àwọn ẹgbẹ́ jẹ́ ọ̀kan pàtó ní tí ń dá wàhálà àdàtọ̀ra so ẹ ò ní jẹ ọ̀rá ní ike
ẹ ò ní jẹ pé ó dà bàbá kí wàá lọ́nà àbáyọ.
ẹlẹ́rìí ike àwọn ẹtí náà kó ní ìwúlò tiẹ̀ tí wọ́n mọ̀ ní bóyá bọ́ bá ní ìwúlò bóyá lọ́dún tí kí á lè máa tọ́jú ẹ̀.
wetin dis our man talk
ọ̀nà àbáyọ ni wọ́n fẹ́ bèrè lọ́wọ́ yín.
before he say na leaf dem dey take tie food whether you wan chop mai na leaf if you wan chop agidi na leaf abi na akara na leaf dem take tie am but now na nylon and nylon no dey perish e no dey perish e go dey he say na another thing na him be this water bottle pure water bottle wey we dey drink around he say that pure water bottle sef you go drink throway am he say e no dey perish he say this thing if dem come gather plenty he say na dem dey cause these problems he say na him cause problem pass he come tell us say
he expressed confidence that voters in the town will support his re-election with their vote. In his remarks, the National Secretary of All Progressive Congress APC, Senator Iyola Omishore, called on the people to support Oyetola in appreciation of the support for the town Oba Ogusi prayed for Oyitola and called for peaceful poll in the state. Others. That ends the news update on OSBC TV. Join us at 12 for the media news. Good morning.
ẹjọ́ TV channel o lè jọjà yìí tàyẹ sọ fún wọn. OSBC lókè balẹ̀ yìí channel 32 UHF náà dẹ̀ sọ. channel 32 UHF ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà wá síbẹ̀ wọn. OSBC channel 32 kì í náà ṣe níbẹ̀ gan òjijì tún lè ṣàdùnrẹ́ ṣe ọmọ. wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ àsìkò ní àjọyọ̀ àjò ṣògo kọ́ni lọ́gbọ́n lọ́lọ́kan òjò kan àwọn orin àsìkò tó tún bàgbà mú gidi ẹ ṣe publicity fún business tí a jáwó ìwọ lọ rí wọn tún lè ṣàdó bàbá ọgbọ́n ṣòkòrò kí lókè balẹ̀ náà wà ó ṣòkòrò kí lókè balẹ̀ náà wà ó.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you
الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أسرة سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم ولا رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اسدد به أشري وأشرك في أمري كان ذابيكا كثيرا ونشكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بشيرا قال قد أوتيت سؤلك يا موسى آمين آمين آمين. We welcome you back on to your spiritual program using Islam, where we use the platform to enlighten people about the stand of Islam, particularly our colleagues, that is the youth in society, on the limit of Islam. Then what are the recommendations of Islam? That is the program that we have, scholars. Then as usual, one of our common that is guest on the show, part of the production in every particular, either he comes or is absent, because he always gives us information. Is Madam Yusuf. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Alhamdulillah, you're welcome. Yes, that is our guest today. Then what are we looking at is what is trending in the country and particularly and in the world generally. That is the word blasphemy. Blasphemy is a religious term. Yes, it's a religious term, blasphemy. Want to know what does Islam say, or what should the Muslim should understand by the word blasphemy? Then how can we treat it? You know that our platform, our stand is what does Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, what does Almighty Allah says in the Quran, and what does the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says according to as enshrined in the hadith of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because anything apart from that is what is redundant. Any law that doesn't have what any root from either Quran or hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam should be regarded as superfluous, because anybody who says according to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, anybody who says what he did not say, such a person should be ready to what? Should prepare what is true, which the person is going to sit in the fire. Now, back to business. Blasphemy. Was there any act of blasphemy during the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, possibly against Almighty Allah or he himself during his own lifetime?
And Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. When we talk about blasphemy, it simply means saying things or abusing God or a religious symbol like Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. During the lifetime of Prophet Muhammad, there are countable number of times that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was abused, was mocked. Even the Quraysh tried to kill Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but to no avail, because of the intervention of Almighty Allah. But because the Quraysh believed that there is Allah, but they didn't believe that Almighty Allah has sent Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because they had believed in the previous some of the previous prophets and messengers that came before Prophet Muhammad. So they believe Prophet Muhammad. They called him magician. They call him sorcerer. They call him a pedophile, madman, because of the way he received revelation and because of his marriage to Aisha. There were countable numbers of times that those who are not Muslim, the Jews that lived with Prophet Muhammad in Mecca and in Medina, when he even had powers as a ruler in Medina, they abused him, they blasphemed against Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we can see, for example, one of the companions of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whose name is Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul. He was before Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam got to Medina. He was the leader of the people of the Ansar. I mean the helpers, those who accepted Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Mecca. So when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam got to Medina, by Baitul Nubuwah became, I mean the house of the Prophet became the ruler of all Muslims and the Jews in Medina. So Abdullah ibn Zalam is killing his people, and they wouldn't know what Abdullah ibn Zalam has done at another place. So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was not only concerned about his own image. He was concerned about people who don't know what has happened, and he was concerned about the global repercussion of the killing of Abdullah ibn Qais. So he left him for Almighty Allah. So and there are also that incident of Asad ibn Thabit, that nobody knew that he would finally convert to Islam rather. He was a poet, the greatest poet Islam has ever had. From his childhood till he was 60 years when he accepted Islam from Prophet Muhammad, he wrote poems to abuse Prophet Muhammad from his generations to generations.
In the presence of Prophet Muhammad.
So one day, after he had realized the truth from Allah, he covered his face with a veil and went to Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad was with his companions, so he was reciting poems of the honor of Prophet Muhammad. So Prophet Muhammad was happy. So immediately he opened his face, and Prophet Muhammad saw that this is Hassan ibn Thabit. All the companions had already stood up that they wanted to attack him and mob him and kill him. So Prophet Muhammad asked them to move away from Hassan ibn Thabit. He was very happy that day Hassan ibn Thabit said that Almighty Allah bless Prophet Muhammad, bless me, do not bless anybody again. That how despite the fact that I had done this thing several times, severally for this man, he still had that heart, that kindness
and mercy
to forgive me. And don't let us forget that Almighty Allah says of Prophet Muhammad in glorious Quran, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. We have not sent you except as mercy, as guidance for
إِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ.
You have the best of all character.
I want you to look at this angle too, because I believe that your statement is that nobody has a right to kill as a result of blasphemy. Yes. Because the Prophet himself didn't kill when he was blasphemous. But blasphemous, it is un-Islamic to blaspheme. It is immoral and it is illegal. Then, assuming that Prophet has gone, we are the followers of Prophet Muhammad. Whenever we see something of that nature, particularly let us look at it from this angle. A non-Muslim blasphemes Prophet Muhammad or Almighty Allah or Kaaba, that is our target. Then what should the Muslim of Nigeria do?
Now, alhamdulillah, Almighty Allah has even told Prophet Muhammad in the glorious Quran that he should expect mockery, all kinds of name, all kinds of insults from those who are non-believers. Because when we talk about blasphemy, we are going to relate it with what to the creed that someone believes in. Those who are not Muslim, if they say Prophet Muhammad is not a prophet, that is not blasphemy. That is what they believe
in their own faith.
Yes. Because we also believe that Prophet Isa is not a son of Almighty Allah. So to the Christian, that is not blasphemy. That is our own. It becomes blasphemy when we start insulting Jesus Christ. So Almighty Allah Azza has already told Prophet Muhammad that wasbir ala ma yaqul wajurhum ajran jamila. That Almighty Allah, that Prophet Muhammad should exercise patience and be kind towards whatever they say to him. That he should move away from those things that they say to him, that they utter to him, because of their ignorance about Islam and about the status and symbol of Prophet Muhammad So if we take a look at in the modern day, the issue of blasphemy, that if a non-Muslim blaspheme Prophet Muhammad there are many times that during the life of Prophet Muhammad he was blasphemed against. So physically.
And he saw the person.
And he didn't do anything. And people will ask them that what you have done is bad. Retract your statement. What you have done is bad. Retract your statement. So killing or murdering someone who blasphemes against Prophet Muhammad is a very gruesome act. Because the only stipulated authority that can give judgment on someone who has blasphemed against Prophet Muhammad is a court, a Sharia court, an Islamic scholar who has been placed there by a constituted government in order to adjudge whoever does that certain thing. So if we find or if we see anybody that blasphemes against Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we should allow the authority to take it up. We should see that the person pays fines or the person is imprisoned. Like the issue of this boy, I've forgotten his name, that happened in Kano. So a few months ago, he's now in prison because of a blasphemy.
He was not killed.
He was not killed. But the one that happened last Friday, and the brother Samuel that was mobbed, no Sharia court came out.
No confirmation, no investigation.
No, it was those who mobbed him are criminals. They are criminals.
No, but I want you to look at some of them, because what some people are carrying is that some of them they were aiming the word of Almighty Allah. Then can we call them Muslim, or can we say that is it related to religion or not?
What they did doesn't have any source, any stance in Islamic jurisprudence or in Islamic history or Islamic Sharia. You cannot find what they have done in Sharia.
Please let us have a short musical. When we come back, we are going to lay more hand on this particular thing that we are finishing. You join us after a very short break. Welcome back on to Youth in Islam with Adib Abdul Jalil and my guest, Madam Yusuf. Is that one around for me? A guest on today's, and Abu Yusuf is much around with us and is one giving us some logistics. And we appreciate the Chief Imam of Osbc, who has been, he was the bone behind the program, as well as Alhaji Imran. Thank you very much, as well as the DG of the corporation. Back to discussion. We are on the segment of this Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as Almighty Allah said that Ati Allah wa Ati Rasul wa ulul amr minkum. Now we want to look at the hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said that we should accommodate people, but when people that want to accommodate are castigating against our religion, you know that some people they deliberate because they believe that now blasphemers cannot be punished by anybody, but they will be castigating our culture, that is in terms of Muslims dressing, they castigate about travel to Hajj and some other things like that. What should we do when we have such a thing in our society?
Alhamdulillah. I won't say that someone blasphemes against Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is not going to be punished. But what I said that the kind of that gruesome murder of Deborah is not what is meant to be done. So that person is going to be taken to a Sharia court of law or a court for any kind of judgment to be meted out to that kind of person, whether it is a jail term or payment of fine. So let us forget that the scholars will refer us to incidents that happened during the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, especially the incidents of Ka'b bin al-Ashraf, who abused Prophet Muhammad. He didn't only abuse Prophet Muhammad, but he was raising an army from the Quraysh to attack Makkah. So Prophet Muhammad ordered the companions to kill him. That killing is not for blasphemy. It is because he was raising an army to attack, and that is treason. Even in democracy today, when someone is arrested for treason, it is either death or life imprisonment. So another Nigerian is a man who killed a slave woman. A slave girl, because the slave woman had two sons, so he was abusing Prophet Muhammad. He was telling her that this is not good. He was wanting her to stop saying what she was saying, that she should retract her statement, but she didn't do so. So he placed a knife on her stomach stood on it, the woman that he went to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and told him. But scholars of Islam had made us realize that hadith is not sound. It's not sound. So from different sources that the person that reported that this is a strong man, is a truthful man, but the sanad, the chain of narration that this is not sound. So we cannot hadith. So we should warn those who are not Muslims that they should be aware of what blasphemy means. And not only that, we should also warn the Muslims among us not to blaspheme against any other religion, because Almighty Allah has already warned us in the Quran that we should not abuse those who worship other gods, so that they won't retaliate by abusing Allah in return without having knowledge about what.
But I want you to look at this. If you say La ilaha illallah, is it not blasphemy against another faith? There is no God to be worshipped than Almighty Allah.
There is a difference between creed and blasphemy. Creed is what you believe. That is Aqidah. I believe that Almighty Allah is one. He doesn't have, and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his prophet, the last prophet of Islam after Prophet Isa and his messenger. So if a Christian believes that God is three, that is their own creed. So if I say if I say Almighty Allah doesn't have a son, I have not blasphemed against someone who is a Christian, because that is my own creed, that Almighty Allah doesn't have a son. So in terms of debate is by logic. It is not abusing. You want to convert someone to Islam and you are abusing that person. How do you expect that person to accept Islam? It is our behavior, the kindness we show to people, and the message that will attract them to Islam. Nobody accepted Islam from Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with sermon, but by the behavior in Naka, by the behavior of Muhammad. There are several examples that someone wanted to keep Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Muhammad woke up, overcame that person, and he left that person. The person accepted Islam and went back to his people that who I met was not the person that were reporting to me, that were telling me about. I met a different kind of person. So, and he accepted Islam because that he wanted someone that he wanted to kill, overcame you and still freed you.
With a minute that we have, I want you to address those who have the intent of blasphemy and those that are possibly those who suffer the blasphemy.
When someone blasphemes, we are all kinds of different people, and a Muslim should not be happy that someone blasphemes Prophet Muhammad in his presence. There will be reaction, no matter what. The same way that we against Jesus Christ in a bad or rude manner. So when anything happens, Almighty Allah never asks us to take laws into our own hands. During the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if anything happens, the companions would take it to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So if anything happens as blasphemy, we shouldn't take laws into our own hands. Let us repair.
Jazakumullah. That is why we usually say that Nigeria is not a secular state, because we believe in God. Therefore, anything happens, please let us go to the authority and report. This is a convenient point to suspend this. But I appreciate you, Papa. Moses, thank you. God bless you. Very good. And the other people who made today's edition, the official one, I appreciate you. Likewise, I appreciate my guests. Madam Yusuf, I'm Adebisi Abdul Jalil. By the grace of God, we are going to meet next week. Bye for now. Ma'asalam wa ilallah.
Oníṣòwò ńláńlá ẹjọ́ TV channel o lè jọjà yìí tàyẹ sọ fún wọn. OSBC lókè balẹ̀ yìí channel 32 UHF náà dẹ̀ sọ. channel 32 UHF ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà wá síbẹ̀ o. OSBC channel 32 kí ló ń ṣe níbẹ̀ gan òjijì tún lè ṣàdá.